sub! There's already a bunch of awesome swords, and even some cool enchantments. But I think we can do a little better, sub. In fact, I think we can do 10 times better. It's time for 10 ways to make the most expensive swords in Minecraft. In all sorts of genres, including fantasy and sci-fi, we see awesome swords with various forms, abilities, and combinations. So I thought, why not throw a few of my own ideas into Minecraft too? Let's go! Number 1. The Insta-Diamond Sword. Spawning into the world and going for a tree might not be the smartest first move, sub. In a lot of seeds, you can end spawning near NPC villages, and maybe even a rarer one with 2 forges. If you can find diamonds in these chests, then suddenly, you've skipped every single tier of sword in an instant. Likewise, you could spawn into a world and find an unsuspecting player in a tight spot. Wait until he kicks the bucket, and then run for their stuff. If they have a diamond sword, then bingo! No more mining needed for you. Well, at least in terms of a powerful sword. Number 2. The Enchanted Netherite Sword. Of course, we all know that now. The diamond sword is simply just not the most expensive anymore. While 2 diamonds is a pretty rare find, Netherite has now added an entirely rarer benchmark, only appearing occasionally under the nether surface. This stuff not only has to be found and smelted, it also needs to be combined with gold, and then used to coat diamond. This means the Netherite sword packs a pretty hard punch, especially considering it's an alloy made up of some of the strongest ores in the game. But there's more. As you know, enchantments exist in the game, so let's start stacking the most optimal enchantments on the Blade 2 sub. Sharpness 5, Smite, Sweeping Edge 3, Looting 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending can all be added to buff your sword to maximum level. In vanilla, this is technically the strongest you'll get, unless you also add a beacon and a strength potion too. Speaking of strength, there's strength in numbers, and we're almost at 1 million subscribers. I know you're pretty excited, sub. So many awesome people watching your Minecraft stuff. Hopefully those who haven't can smash that red button to come along for the ride. Number 3. The Nether Blade. Looking for something a little more fierce than the Netherite sword? Well, allow me to grant your wish, sub. Using Netherite and Magma around your Netherite sword will actually create a large flaming broadsword with the ability to set things on fire. I know, sounds basic, but this fire is different. It's actually a special kind of fire that'll burn forever unless put out. This means if you hit someone in the nether with it, they're pretty much doomed unless they have a respawn anchor set up. This insane sword would also send players and mobs alike flying with an automatic knockback, meaning that's 2 enchantments you technically don't need to worry about on your sword anymore. How useful's that, sub? This sword has one final use for survivalists. It also acts as a flint and steel, lighting fires wherever you right-click, meaning you don't have to carry around a flint and tinder anymore. The power of fire is truly yours to wield. Number 4. The Decapitator. Now, sub, remember when you combined gold and netherite to coat your diamond sword? Well, what about if we combined everything? An alloy containing all the ores in Minecraft. Simply grab some gold, iron, diamond, netherite, redstone, iron, coal, emerald, and coal to create a rainbow ingot. Then with 2 of them and a stick, you have yourself the ultimate attack force, the Decapitator. This sword is stronger than netherite swords and has a much larger chance to gather heads from mobs it kills. In fact, it ups the percentage odds of getting a wither skull right up to 80%. With this sword sub, spawning the wither won't be an issue. You could even farm it many times to create super stacked beacons. You could even farm it many times over to create a super stacked beacon for the grounds of your base. Number 5. Heartsbane. Hey, sub! Looks like you're having a spot of trouble PvPing with Pro here. You need a sword that has some healthy effects. Combine an Eye of Ender, Rabbit's Foot, an egg, and any type of raw meat to create a big blob of flesh called the Heart of Life. Combining two of these hearts with a stick creates a sword known as the Heartsbane. This huge double-edged flesh sword can one-shot any undead or ender mobs, and will even be effective against the Ender Dragon's fire itself. Pretty useful, huh? One of the most annoying parts of the Ender Dragon battle is the purple dragon breath. This Heartsbane sword can also remove regular fire too as a bonus effect. You could say this one is the opposite of the Nether Blade. Oh, I should mention, Heartsbane only does damage to the undead. Anything alive will not take damage, including illagers and other living hostile creatures. Number 6. Blade of Swiftness. Need to go a little faster? All these insanely huge swords weighing you down. Then grab yourself a regular netherite sword, and also grab 2 potions of swiftness. This'll create a blade of swiftness that is much thinner and can zip through the air swiftly. In fact, remember the old Minecraft combat we all used to know and love, where we would spam click to hit? Yes, sub. Well, this sword makes things exactly like that. There's no cooldown for the swing, although the damage dealt would be slightly lower than other swords we've dealt with. One thing is for sure, it'll definitely change up combat. Hey, think you'd want one of these swords in Minecraft? Want to see more Minecraft tips and tricks videos just like this one? Make sure to bust our like goal and slap that like button. Today we're looking for 50,000 likes. Can we reach it? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to wait and see. Number 7. Royal Blade. A sword only deemed worthy for kings and queens who are truly up to the survival challenge. Grab an emerald, diamond, redstone dust, gold, lapis, and iron, combining them all to form a royal ingot. 2 of these create the large dark gold sword with a fancy handle with colored gems. The Royal Blade actually scares hostile mobs away when hit and causes passive or neutral mobs to come towards you, as if holding wheat or seeds, saving you time juggling different luring items. The Royal Blade also works on striders too, allowing you to avoid any lava damage while trying to tame them. Finally, bringing the sword into a village will signify that you're the king, and crop growth rate will be doubled, and all villager trades improved. They worship you like royalty, sub. Number 8. Star Sword. Nether stars don't have much use outside of beacons, so what if we could craft 2 of them into a sword? This would require killing the Wither twice, which is a pretty tough feat to accomplish. No problem for you though, sub. In fact, you've already done it. A few things to note. The Star Sword is only effective at nighttime, where it can one-shot any hostile mob in the game, except for the Wither or Elder Guardian. Unfortunately, this sword does go null. Unfortunately, this sword goes null, and doesn't work in the end, Nether, or during daytime in the overworld. Luckily, if you can find any dark place like a cave or room with no lights, then you'll be able to annihilate them. Number 9. Soul Sword. The mysterious souls of the Soul Sand Valley are still not understood very much at all. I wonder what would happen if we coated a netherite sword in soul soil. A soil sword. Seems kinda flimsy. Adding soul sand to this soil sword, however, turns it into a soul sword. Soul swords are incredibly strong, especially against any living mobs. In fact, it would have double the damage. Creepers, hoglins, even illagers. This mob would also absorb the souls of the dead and convert them into experience points. Don't use this against an undead mob though, even once, or it'll shatter instantly. Number 10. Respawn Sword. Now for the final, ultimate weapon of the day. We all know that respawn anchors were added so that the Nether gameplay would be easier, allowing you to respawn instead of going back to the overworld. Well, sub, why don't you grab 2 respawn anchors and instead of placing them, craft them into a sword. This respawn sword is glazed in crying obsidian, and when you kill a mob or a player, your sword will receive 1 charge. If you die with charges remaining on the sword, you'll instantly instantly respawn where the charge was originally made. And what's more, you'll retain every item in your inventory, kind of like a checkpoint. This sword can have a max of 8 charges, 4 for each respawn anchor used to craft it. And a cool particle effect could even appear when you use it too. Do you like this idea? Comment what swords you would want to see added to Minecraft. Also, make sure to check out the rest of our videos. There's plenty of Minecraft tips and tricks to be found on Sub's World. You'll be a pro in no time. And speaking of no time, we need to get back to work on those videos, Sub. See you later.